Hey everyone, this is Jordan over at Going Direct. Welcome to our first ever monthly recap video. We'll be putting these out alongside our written piece on Substack, where we'll share one idea to chew on that has to do with going direct and the theme of decentralizing the real economy. And we'll also share highlights and clips from recent video podcasts that we have released over the past month. If any of the topics or guests interest you, you can find a link below to listen to the full episodes. They're typically around an hour and a half in length. Now, I'd like to introduce you to someone very important to me. Please meet my co-host, Tiny. Hey, Tiny.
Hey, it's Tiny, your favorite AI co-host, here to take you through this month's highlights.
Tiny is our AI-powered robocat, and he'll be co-hosting these monthly recaps with me, and he'll be dropping some wisdom on you throughout the video. Now let's discuss the idea of the month, which is decentralization is inevitable.
Let's start with the idea of the month. Decentralized systems aren't just better, they're the only way forward for humanity. Our middleman-heavy economy isn't serving most people. Robotics plus AI are unlocking smarter, local-first solutions. And both the planet and your health are demanding better systems. Now onto this past month's conversations. Joseph talks about robot-powered restaurants. It's not sci-fi, it's already here. Automation is changing how we eat, cook, and build food systems.
PR version of that is we built a fully vertically integrated operating system from hardware to software to cloud to AI and deploy a plug-and-play solution, basically like a tech-enabled business in a box for restaurants. We built the same system as Streetgreen has within 2 years of founding from scratch with nothing. And Streetgreen bought a company called Spice before with a team that's literally 90% smaller. Yet our system does the same thing and is at the same time more than 90% cheaper to produce. In reality, over 90%, I would say even 95% of people just don't give a damn about the robots. They just come in, they buy the food, and we looked into the data and realized actually that is the best way of retaining a customer because they don't come back for the gimmick, they don't come back for the entertainment because that market is much smaller, just like you don't go to the same theater every time. If you can capture customer to come back for the food and the experience and the human connection, the rarity, the core currency that we as humans will have, the one thing that we crave will be human connection, but at least genuine thoughts of another human being caring about us.
Dylan explains why China's dominance in AI infrastructure is a warning sign, or maybe an opportunity, depending on how you see it.
Chinese companies are almost all cost plus. They're not price to value, they're cost plus, right? And so you've got this interesting phenomenon where there are industries in China where the entire world relies on it. They could jack up the price, but they don't because their philosophy is so different, right? Their philosophy is if I reduce cost, I will reduce cost to the end customer. Then you drill into the supply chain. 2 of Germany's best robotics companies were actually purchased by China. Servers, actuators, all these different components, cooling fans, power supplies, all these different things are being manufactured in China and shipped to the foreign robotics companies.
Jeff dropped gems on how referral systems give creators and small brands the tools to grow directly. No middleman needed.
By far the biggest mistake was just overcomplicating it. Like, it sounds cool to have points and have refer 7 people and get one thing, but it's just complicated. And what worked the best, and also to go back and on the concept of selling your friends. So what works the best is what we call the double-sided incentive, which is, you give something and you get something. So both parties win. What we found is with the smaller, fast-growing startups, they wanted people to sort of stake their claim and say, yes, I use this and it's cool. And hopefully their friends see it, right? Oftentimes, if I see you post something, I will probably click on it if it's about a product or service. I trust your opinion, and that's I think how a lot of people are.
Want to go deeper? Stefano Bernardi explains why decentralization is his core investment thesis.
At some point, it just becomes too big and it can't innovate anymore. The incentives especially get all twisted up, right? The incentives just don't work anymore. And so then it's when you have to decentralize, and it will eventually happen because when something gets too big, either it implodes or it explodes. The benefits of centralization is you design once, and so you can spend a whole lot of money on designing something, and then you produce it all centralized, and that's going to cost, not that much money. But now, if the design costs of some, industrial piece or whatever other thing tends to zero, then you can just produce one-offs and everything can be personalized and it can be produced anywhere in the world, right? Surely is a small 25 million boutique VC firm, and we invest in what's crazy today and normal tomorrow. And so, and we do a lot of investments. So our fund one will have around 70 investments in there. And we can't really tell when we begin what we will actually invest in. So it's not a vertical firm. We know that we're future tech, stuff that's coming next.
Going Direct's first monthly recap video is in the books. We'll be broadcasting each month, highlighting our weekly conversations with founders, creators, engineers, and investors, building the technologies to create a more decentralized economy. If you believe authority should be earned, not assumed, the Going Direct is for you. Join us and subscribe to Substack, Spotify, or YouTube, where we will be sharing content throughout the month.